These panels tell the when this... Would you like me to narrate?
Not now, Pan.
Three more are waiting for you here, but these three do not know they wait.
There is one thing I don't understand, Strixa. Or should I say, Athena. Why make the people of Kithra wait all these years before setting them free?
And what should they have been set free to? A ravaged island? A shuttered temple? Their leaders dead? I have preserved my people, protected them until the arrival of someone who could truly save them. I believe you might be that person. Your resolve on your quest has shown me as much. Will you prove me right?
If this is your will, then I will try. What must be done?
3 more cases you must weigh. 3 more judgments you must cast. The 3 who remain bear the burden of this island's fate. Phaedon, Perseus, and Medusa.
Where is Phaedon?
Phaedon is in the Hall of Philosophers, to the west. You must uncover the truth. Find out what part he played in Kithra's tragedy.
Where do I find Perseus?
In the Hall of Guardians, to the east. Perseus carries my blood, and so has not been preserved like the others, but he is in his own form of stasis. You must learn if he has the strength to bring an end to this.
The High Priestess. She is here?
She must be judged last, after the other 2. Only then will you be ready to confront the one in whom I place the greatest trust.
We will find these 3.
Remember, those outside could not be held responsible for the crimes that have occurred. They were worthy of being saved. Those inside the temple, however, must be judged by you. And be sure they will resist such judgment.
When did you figure out Strixa was Athena?
There's something strange about a little girl living alone in the swamp, is there not? Particularly one with gray eyes.
I knew there was something odd about her. She moved without making a sound. Where to, Jason? Phaedon to the west, or Perseus to the east?
We must deal with both before we're done. Come. The Hall of Guardians. Here train the soldiers of the Temple Guard. Here they take their vows of discipline, courage, and humility. One spear can change the course of destiny. Motto of the Temple Guard of Kithra.
It sounds like Perseus truly believed that motto. After all, he ran back here for the Spear of Virtue.
We're heading east. That would be toward Perseus.
Athena, I have failed you. I am unworthy of your grace. But let me prove my devotion. If it takes 100 lifetimes, I will prove myself to you. Come no further. I am Perseus, guardian of this temple, and I will know your purpose.
Easy, Perseus. I am Jason, King of Iolcus. I've come to help you. Perseus, the people of Kithra live again. We've saved those we could.
The people have endured their judgment. I endure mine. Only I can atone for my own failure. You are not here to save me.
What judgment do you endure?
Athena has turned away from me. I can only hope to prove my devotion, so that she one day favors me again. I should have never left the temple after Phaedon and his corruption took hold. I should have stopped him. To stand against him, I would have had to oppose my sister, but I couldn't do it. So I left. I abandoned my duty, and now I'm doomed to never leave again.
Where is your sister, Perseus?
She endures her own trial. She failed Athena as well, by succumbing to vanity and allowing Phaedon to corrupt her. But she is less at fault than me. I knew what was happening, and failed to prevent it.
I need your help, Perseus. Can you leave the temple?
Here is where I failed my goddess. Here is where I must atone.
Together we can find the Golden Fleece and restore it to this temple. Would that not please Athena?
No, I cannot leave. I will not leave my sister behind.
If you will not leave, then I must find Medusa.
Do not go near my sister.
I have no quarrel with you, Perseus.
You are mistaken. If you try to see my sister, then we most certainly have a quarrel.
Use your head, Perseus. I'm here to help you.
No. You are meddling in things that do not concern you.
Perhaps Athena fulfills her will through me. Have you thought of that?
Now you spew forth blasphemy! Do not claim Athena's favor here. Phaedon once spoke as you did. He too was only here to help. Perhaps you are here to test me, to see if I'll let another outsider prey upon my sister. Not this time.
Enough of this.
The spear! You have Athena's grace. Oh, Athena, what have I done?
You've spent too long thinking about what you have done. The question is, what will you do now? Where is your sister, Perseus?
She lies behind the waterfall. She is changed. I tried to protect her. Perhaps the time for protection is over. The spear of virtue. Only the one who holds this spear is allowed passage through the waterfall. Take it. To the west is the Hall of Philosophers. You will find Phaedon there. If you truly serve Athena's will, finish him, and then seek out my sister through the waterfall. Let the judgment be complete.
Thank you, Perseus.
I acted like a foolish boy. I'm sorry, Jason. Take care, Jason. My sister is different now. She will not listen to reason like I did.
Hall of Philosophers. Let all who speak within do so in the pursuit of wisdom and justice. Let speech come from the heart, and debate come from the head.
The Nisiros have a simple rule when it comes to speeches. Finish speaking before your audience finishes listening.
Another useful piece of advice. Let the learned speak. Let the wise listen.
Someone's speaking. A group of people.
It sounds like a debate.
My fellow philosophers, the Golden Fleece was an abomination. It had no place in this world. Its theft, criminal though it may be, will serve the greater good in the end. This I promise you, or my name is not Phaedon!
You speak falsely. No crime can serve the public good.
Can it not? And shall we take a nameless stranger's word on that?
My name is Jason, and I say your speech is false.
Then we must debate, sir. That is, if you have the credentials to speak before such an august company.
Hear, hear!
Our custom demands that all who speak in this assembly first demonstrate a modicum of knowledge of the subject at hand.
Let there be questions, and let him offer answers.
Certainly you would have no objection to establishing your familiarity with the history of the fleas. For example, a most rudimentary question. Who created the Golden Fleece?
The Titan Prometheus is the answer.
Absurd!
Oh dear. I think he's serious. But alas, as we all know, the responsible party was his brother Epimetheus. Here's a question any acolyte would be expected to answer. What two gifts did Prometheus grant unto man?
An upright form in the image of the gods.
And the other?
second gift was sacred fire, stolen from Olympus.
He has it right.
Well answered, Jason. Perhaps a lucky guess. One more question to determine your worth. Tell us, who killed the golden ram?
Zeus himself is the answer.
A comical reply. Preposterous.
You could not be further from the truth. Know thyself, sir. Truer words were never spoken. The answer, of course, is man. How to continue? My opponent displays such a limited grasp of the material. Then again, a wise man once said, I've never met a man so ignorant I could not learn something from him.
You do not fool us, sir!
Phaedon, set the bounds of this discussion.
The thesis! The Golden Fleece is an abomination and has no place in the mortal world. The proponent, Phaedon, a humble servant of this temple and its high priestess. The opposition, Jason, an itinerant traveler from parts unknown.
Argument the first.
The fleece is an abomination. Was not he who created it, the Titan Epimetheus, cast down into Tartarus by Zeus for doing so? Clearly, the Lord of Olympus judged the act of creation to be evil and worthy of damnation. Can we not then infer that the product of that act is also evil and worthy of damnation?
A persuasive argument.
And yet a flawed one. Epimetheus' proud defiance of the command of Zeus was the cause of his undoing. How he defied that command is immaterial. His failing was due to a lack of humility. His pride drove him to create the golden ram in foolish competition with his brother. For that he was cast down by Zeus. Not for what he created, but for why.
Yes, your argument is sound. You have my support, sir.
Pure sophistry. A clumsy argument to snare the feeble-minded. We continue.
Argument the second.
The fleece circumvents the will of the gods and the natural order. The immortal gods look down from mighty Olympus and wish such and such to be. And then Cleophas, the half-wit goatherd, uses the fleece and makes such and such not so.
Do other human men dress like him?
No mortal should have the power to countermand the divine scheme of life, death, and afterlife. I, for one, believe the will of the gods should be inviolate to the whims and caprices of imperfect minds.
A devout argument indeed.
Devout? I say a cold and cynical one. What of men who honor the gods? What of men inspired by the gods? Does my opponent deny that through man the gods can enact their wisdom? Your low opinion of our kind is unfortunate. But even more troubling is your low opinion of the gods. Surely those whose minds are perfect can foresee all outcomes, fleece or not, and act accordingly.
Indeed, a stirring rebuttal. You have my support, sir.
An untenable retort! The standards of philosophy here are lacking. We continue.
Argument the third.
Verily, the golden fleece brings out the worst in men. Wars have been waged for its possession. Brother has killed brother to claim its power. Its very presence on Kithra endangers the people of this island. Woe unto he who sleeps upon a bed of gold, for light is his slumber and his trepidation constant. Greece is undoubtedly a more peaceful place without the fleece in it.
Insightful words, truly.
Va, Hoktakuni!
Do not fool yourself in thinking that a decrease of temptation ensures an increase of peace. Men will fight. They always do. If not for the fleece, then for power. If not for power, then for land. If not for land, then for gold. It's a flawed world, and we are its flawed inhabitants. It takes conviction to do what's right in such a world. It takes... courage. That's how we prove the good in us. Take away the fleece and we are not suddenly made more virtuous. That's an argument made of vapor.
Your words soar upon the lofty wings of wisdom. I cast my lot with you, sir.
Vapor! Huh! Let us move to the closing arguments. Good sirs, I appeal to the most discriminating sagacity of this assemblage. The fleece is an abomination, a singularity, and singularities are dangerous things. It has the power to conquer nations, the power to raise the living from the dead, and yet it has no conscience. It gives its power indiscriminately to any who can claim it, whether by brutish strength or cunning guile. Why do we risk such calamity? And for what? All that good men should reasonably do, they can accomplish without the fleece. We are better off without it, say I.
I am a... king, not a scholar. So what wisdom I have is born from governing men, not studying parchment. I am not one for... Austin. What I do know is this. The fleece is... neither good nor evil. It does not decide its purpose any more than does my sword. The only thing certain in this life is... that nothing is certain. That is the vital condition of our existence. And the fleece is the embodiment of that uncertainty. Yes, it is a singularity, but that is nature. As such, how can the fleece be out of place in the mortal world? It was born of this world. We are taught that the Titan Epimetheus made the golden fleece. But why did he make it? To rival the glory of man. Is the fleece a risk in evil hands? Yes, but in good hands, it keeps us humble. For there is nothing we can do that it cannot undo. Used with prudence, the fleece encourages discipline and imparts wisdom, ensures justice, inspires courage. I hope all here would agree that these virtues most certainly have a place in this world.
Brilliant! We hear Athena's wisdom.
Hear, hear!
Well spoken, Jason. Truly, you are a man of many talents.
Someone fetch a laurel crown!
You can't all be persuaded by this chicanery!
Wonderfully said, sir!
Bah! It was too much to think this self-important rabble could comprehend simple truths. You, sir, are the most dangerous kind of agitator. And there's only one way to reason with an agitator!
There is no debate or argument with evil such as this.
Silence, filthy thing! I am the voice of this temple!
Jason, you see it?
You are a Black Tongue!
What?
Not that it matters now. My work here is done. That slut Medusa was easy work. And her brother proved a coward! No! The fleece left Kithra in the Raven's clutch! The Black Tongues have it now!
You fiend!
Where is it? Where is the fleece? You will tell me!
It is where you cannot find it. Where you cannot even search. This sword, it once belonged to a priest of Hades. We had a debate, he and I. We argued over who was the rightful ruler of Tartarus. He claimed Hades, while I know it to be Hecate. Despite my flawless reasoning, he simply refused to acknowledge the truth. It is a fine blade, is it not? When words fail...
How could we have been seduced by Phaeton's sophistry?
We philosophers failed Kithra when she needed our wisdom the most. We must re-examine our entire system of beliefs to see where we fell short.
Your arguments about the importance of the fleece were persuasive. I have committed them to memory and will see that all our members study them. We owe you our lives. If not for you, we too would have suffered the terrible fate of Phaedon's supporters. Thank you, Jason. I'm ashamed to say I once sat in that hall and shouted praise to Phaedon.
It seems Phaedon fooled many people on this island.
Indeed. He had a way of being persuasive, but he had no answer to your argument. It was an honor to hear you speak. Where did you learn to orate in such a manner?
My father was a great king. I would often listen to him speak with visiting emissaries. He told me once that persuasion is worth 1,000 spears.
I see where you get your wisdom from. If we are to rebuild this place, we will need men like you and your father, I think. Thank you again, Jason.
Only one remains. Of all my people, Medusa is most responsible for the events that occurred. She has had time and opportunity to reflect upon what she's done. But you must decide her final fate. Does she deserve death for the evils she committed?
Phaedon, I must tend to the people. They are my responsibility.
The people are children, low things dragged upright from the mud. They are not blessed with your gifts of wisdom and beauty, gifts that shine in you above all others. Only you are the divine conduit of Athena. Through you, her will is manifest. You must decide for the people.
All others? Really? And what is it I have decided?
Leave that to me. I know your mind, and everything will be done as you would have it done. But let me spare you the tedium and the drudgery of it all.
Very well, Phaedon. But what shall I do?
I know. A sculpture. You shall sit for a sculpture so that your beauty may be recorded for all time.
A sculpture? What a wonderful idea!
Is she a victim of another's evil, and one who may yet do good in this world?
Sister, no! The guard has served since the beginning of the temple.
We don't need them. You can stay, of course, brother. Phaedon and I will need a personal guard.
What of the people? Who will see to their safety?
The people are children. Give them rules and make an example now and then, and they will fall in line. Discipline is a virtue, is it not? So we will give them discipline.
That man has corrupted your mind.
Take care how you speak to your High Priestess, brother. Through me, Athena's will is done.
Either Medusa or her vanity must be destroyed forever. I will match yours. Use the virtues, Jason, and keep your judgment righteous. Look what you can't touch. You maggots. You do not deserve to behold my divine radiance.
High Priestess Medusa, it's time to answer for what you've done to Kithra.
Athena sent you here. Old bitch. Jealous of my youthful bloom.
This isn't about your youth. People are dead because of you. The fleece is lost.
Show you how a goddess deals with impudent mortals.
Remember what it is. Use the virtues. Jason, the seals in the sanctuary once guarded the fleece. We can use their power. Give me time, and I can restore them.
This is my temple! Don't you touch it! My lovely, you insects! My lovely.
Wisdom is the simplification of knowledge. Order that allows freedom.
Athena's virtues will not save you. I make the laws here. This is my temple! That better not leave a scar! My lovely, lovely. No! My beauty! That better not leave a scar! I am a goddess! Oh, that barely scratched me.
Humility.
No! My beauty!
Wisdom is the simplification of knowledge.
A goddess! That better not leave a scar!
Discipline is the order that allows freedom.
Sister, without virtue, you are not beautiful.
The true evil on Kithra was Phaeton. Killing Medusa will add no satisfaction. Let her live. But where once she ruled, let her now serve, helping the people of Kithra restore this land.
And by that, justice too has been served.
Thank you, Jason.
Medusa, as Jason has decreed, your penance will be to serve the people of Kithra in all that you do. Your first task will be to journey with Jason, help him find the fleece, and prove your new resolve.
I understand. I will do as you say, Goddess. Perseus. Brother. I'm sorry.
Jason, you have brought justice to my sacred isle. Perseus will begin the work of rebuilding this land. He will no longer have need of my spear. You have proven yourself a man of virtue. To you, I bestow the spear of virtue.
I won't need this either, Jason. The armor of the Temple Guard commander. Perhaps it will be of use to you.
I am honored by these gifts.
The journey ahead remains long and fraught with danger. Only by the virtues will you find what has been lost.
A second chance. There is nothing more precious.
And so Athena's will is done.
Yes. Good time. Stars are clear tonight. Who's there? Getting old, Argos. Hearing things now.
Sleep now, old one. Embrace the abyss.
Argos! How did this happen?
I came out for some air and found him here.
But how?
In the middle of the sea?
Only the Black Tongues could have done this.
Well, they knew who to strike. Besides Argos, do any of us know how to steer this ship?
We can think of that later. For now, we attend to Argos. Let the gods be witness to these last rites. Hear me, sun-bright Apollo. I speak to you of Argos. Friend, sailor, mentor. Let this man's virtue be a beacon for us who still live. Argos was the finest shipwright in all of Greece. His genius and his skill will live on in the works of his hands. May we all strive to be half as dedicated to our craft as he. Argos of Iolcus, find now your eternal place. Find now the fate you deserve. You are released from this mortal tether. May unyielding Hades have mercy on your spirit. I'm sorry, old friend. May we meet again in Elysium.
Poor Argos. He deserved a better end than this. Things have changed, Jason. Things are different now.
Speak your mind.
When it was just you and I, the dangers of this quest were ours to bear. But now there are others, and there's nowhere they are safe.
It's always been that way. We only see it now.
What happened to Alcime is an evil that I will do anything to undo. But there's something wrong if we're willing to trade a life for Alcime's. A friend's life.
There are things worth dying for. Argos knew that before he ever built this ship. His choice to be here was his own. Do not take it from him. Where does Hecate stop? Tell me, where do the Black Tongues end their malice? It only begins with Alcime, my friend. It doesn't end.
There are times when I watch what you're doing, and I feel ashamed. When my wife and child died, I buried them and mourned their passing. They received last rites within an hour of their deaths.
You did all you could.
No, I didn't. You're proof of that. Even when you didn't know how, you refused to give up. I'm sorry, Jason. I'm sorry to have doubted. I will honor the sacrifice of others. I am with you, Jason, until the fleece or the ferryman. I am with you to the end.
Now hear me, Hecate. You fear a prophecy?
I have a prophecy of my own that you should fear more. I will rend the very earth asunder and rip the stars from the sky to undo what you have done. There is no truth but this. I will bring it back, or I will cause the ruin of all things. So send your assassins. Go and marshal every Black Tongue on this earth and set them here against me. They will not sway me from my purpose. They will not change my course
a single inch!
I will be back. I promise you.
I sensed the Black Tongue's presence, but the runes prevented me from warning you. I'm sorry.
I didn't think they could strike us here. I won't make that mistake again.
They are devious and choose their targets with care. Are we stranded at sea, then?
For the moment. I will go to the deck house and see if I can decipher Argos' system.
Let me know if I can be of assistance.
Athena tests us every day. I hope my past has not brought ill fortune upon you, Jason.
You had nothing to do with what happened to Argos.
I hope not. I'm sorry, Jason. Your friend led a virtuous life. His fate awaits him in Elysium.
Black-tongued bastards. They strike down an old man in the night. Children and old men. That's their level. Can't fight in the open like men.
I am sorry for your loss, Jason. Though I only knew him for a short time, I found much to admire in Argos. Poor Argos. He deserved a better end than this.
Someone is going to regret what they did. I promise you that.
Argos was a genius. The work he left behind will serve as my tutor. What now, Jason? Do you know how to navigate with all these instruments?
Argos taught me a few things.
He had begun to show me as well. Perhaps I can assist.
The controls here require 3 points, and then a course can be determined by triangulation. We need to know our starting point, our destination, and a third fixed position.
And then what? Argos made it quite simple. The stars are the key. Each destination is indicated by a constellation. He was truly a genius.
For example, he assigned Yelkis the constellation Cepheus, the king. We can use that as our fixed position.
So we just need to know 2 more constellations?
Yes, but the trick is knowing which constellations will form the right combination.
We need to know which constellations Argos chose for Kithra and for Delphi, our destination. I'll set Cepheus as a fixed position. Now for our previous location, Kithra. Which constellation? Let's try Libra. And then, our destination.
I'll set it to Pygmalion. That combination worked. It set a course for Delphi.
You did it, Jason! Argos would be proud.
A clever system indeed. I think I can handle it from now on.
Study it further, Daedalus. From now on, you'll steer us.
It would be an honor to follow in Argos's footsteps.
Let's see what the little witch has to say. Even if she knew where it was, getting there is something else entirely.
You have returned.
Oracle of Apollo, I fulfilled your charge. The bloodlines of Ares, Athena, and Hermes stand before you. We know it was the Black Tongues who stole the fleece. Wherever it is, it was they who hid it.
Yes, and these 3 will open the path to that place.
I don't know what game you play, Oracle, but none of us here knows where the fleece is.
Of course you don't. None of you have ever been there before. The fleece lies in Tartarus.
Impossible!
What good is the blood of the gods? How are we to go to Tartarus and back again?
Make your final preparations, and then bring your crew ashore.
We will show you the way, but there will be no turning back once you come to us.
Be sure to bring the one called Medea. She has known the touch of Hecate.
She will help us find your path.
Is it time, Jason?
Yes. The Oracle told us where we can find the fleece. Tartarus.
Tartarus, of course. I should have known. Of all the deities, Hecate alone can travel freely to and from the depths of Tartarus, the place where she was born. The Black Tongues believe Tartarus is their paradise, a place where Hecate has built a stronghold.
The Oracle says you will help us find the path. I need you now, Medea.
If I open myself to Hecate, there's a chance I can stretch across the void and sense her. I only hope I do not lose myself in doing so, for all our sakes.
I believe in you, Medea. In the good in you. You will do this. I know it.
Release the wards. I am ready. May you be the instrument of Hecate's ruin.
May Athena's virtues be your guide.
Tell me about Athena.
Your just actions have brought great honor to bright-eyed Athena. But now isn't the time to rest on your laurels, for the higher she esteems you, the more she demands of you.
What powers does Athena grant her champions?
Athena alone wields Zeus's thunderbolts, and as her champion, so shall you.
Tell me of the power of Athena's spear.
Alone of all Zeus's children, only bright-eyed Athena may wield her father's lightning. To those she favors, she extends this awesome power. Call upon her in battle, and you may channel those terrible bolts through your spear.
Tell me of Athena's wrath.
Call to Athena when you're executing justice upon the wicked. Each time you slay an evil foe, an explosion of lightning will radiate forth. When enemies see one of their own fall before you, they will both know and feel the error of their ways.
Tell me of Athena's judgment.
Should you become an agent of Athena's will, you will be expected to administer her justice. Everywhere you go, she will be with you. Whatever you do, she will be watching. When your enemies threaten, call upon your goddess for her protection. She will gather a storm for you, a storm of fury, a storm of wrath to rain justice down upon the wicked.
Tell me of Athena's wrath.
Call. When enemies see one of their own fall before you, they will both know and feel the error of their ways.
You were the high priestess of Athena. What insights into her wisdom can you share?
Live justly, and Athena's beauty will reflect upon you, just as it does on me. Wait, no, I didn't mean it like that. Live justly, and Athena's beauty will enhance your own, whatever your portion may be.
Tell me of the aspects of Athena.
The warrior who follows Athena's aspects fights with purpose and resolve. His attacks become difficult to interrupt and increase in lethality with each successive strike.
That's all for now, Medusa. Thank you.
Strange place, this. I tell you what, it would be a hell of a place to hide out. King Minos would never find me here. Now, as for how the Oracle thinks you're getting to Tartarus and back, that should be educational.
looking to learn more about us humans, you might as well learn something useful.
How to please a man? That's easy. Fill his belly with food and his head with lies of how great he is. Lucky for me, I'm not much of a cook, and I hate liars.
Seriously, Atlanta, I'm not being cruel. How do you expect to find a husband? You look like a savage. Suntanned skin, strange markings. Let's say you find a blind man. That could work for a while. But when he finds out you won't cook or clean, what then?
Then he learns how to cook what I bring home, and how to clean my things. If the Oracle can show us a way there and a way back, then Tartarus is just one more place that we must go.
I wanted glory. Venturing into Tartarus certainly qualifies.
There are
Tartarus? We've been to some strange places chasing the fleece, but none this strange.
No living thing has ever laid eyes on Tartarus. We will be the first, Jason. Amazing.
That's all for now. Thank you. The Oracle said there would be no turning back once we went ashore. Argonauts, let's go.
Some bathhouse you've got here.
Don't think you want to go swimming here.
Do not touch the waters, lest you be lost forever. Behold the Gate of Despair, a passageway to Tartarus, the black hell of the underworld.
The Gate of Despair. Here is where the triumphant Olympians cast down the defeated Titans to end the Great War.
After that victory, Hades himself sealed the portal, using the rivers of the underworld. The waters you see before you spring from the rivers Styx, Phlegethon, Acheron, and Lethe.
The river Styx is the boatman's waterway.
The boundary river. Whosoever touches its waters may never again set eyes upon the mortal world.
Lethe is the river of forgetfulness.
A single drop will make a man forget all he ever was.
What of Acheron?
One touch of the river of woe dooms a man to a lifetime of suffering.
The river Phlegethon.
The river of fire. It burns fiercer than the hottest flame.
Where is the gate itself?
If it's beneath those waters, it might as well be on the far side of the sun.
A gift of blood will counteract the waters and open the way to Tartarus.
How so?
Only divine blood can match the potency of Hades' rivers.
The blood of Ares will purify the searing heat of Phlegethon. The blood of Hermes will navigate the boundary river Styx. The blood of Athena will ward against the forgetfulness of the river Lethe. And the blood of Apollo will shield you against Acheron, the river of woe.
You didn't ask me to find the blood of Apollo.
There was no need. All oracles of Apollo are descended from the sun god.
My blood will stand for Apollo's.
When you are ready, one drop of each divine blood assembled here must be cast into the pool.
This will purify the water and activate the gate.
What am I to do?
The reaches of Tartarus are infinite.
You must stretch your mind across the portal and seek out the touch of Hecate.
You will ensure that Jason arrives close to her stronghold.
The gate will be of sufficient strength to carry Jason and 2 others with him.
But know this, whoever dies in Tartarus will remain there for all eternity.
I will risk my own damnation for Alcina, but no one else's.
If I let you go alone, then damn me for a coward and a false friend. Just say my name, and I'm with you, Jason.
Here, here. This is a chance for eternal glory. You can't deny me that.
After all you've done for me, I would follow you into Tartarus itself. I mean that literally.
You'll do me a favor taking me with you, Jason. This is an experience I would give everything to see.
No man could ask for a better company. My thanks to all of you.
Who will go with you, Jason?